Okay, a little bit out of character for your wise man, but that was a little bit difficult for me to watch. Seeing this family splinter into two groups, fighting against each other, it breaks my dark heart. But they're all grown men, and you settled the issue. Now let's give Solo credit. Forming Team Solo was, of course, his usual backup of Tama Tonga and Tongaloa, the sons of Haku, feared as one of the baddest men to ever walk planet Earth. Along with them, the Samoan werewolf, Jacob Fatu, son of Tama, also known as TK All Day, the Tonga Kid, another fearsome competitor from WWE's golden era. But did you know that Haku and Tama once comprised one of WWE's most impressive tag teams? Haku had been considered family by the Dynasty for years on end, and his teaming with Tama, brother of Rikishi, solidified this for eternity. The Islanders were a formidable test for any tag team in WWE in the late 1980s, competing against teams like the Hart Foundation and the British Bulldogs. Initially fan favorites, the two would embrace a more hard-nosed approach and even teamed up with WWE Hall of Famer Bobby the Brain Heenan, finding even more success. The team flawlessly merged aerial excellence, martial arts mastery, and some good old-fashioned Islander grit. Perhaps their most infamous moment saw them actually dog-nap Matilda, mascot of the British Bulldogs, showing that they were willing to do literally anything to throw opponents off their game. Both men are still revered today as two of the real legit tough guys in the industry, names that instill fear simply upon mention, and they absolutely taught their children well. Tama Tonga and Tongaloa both loved to slowly brutalize an opponent in the traditional Haku style, while Jacob Fatu hurls his body at opponents from all angles with reckless abandon, much like Islander Tama in his TK All Day heyday. For their inclusion in the 2k25 showcase, we find the Islanders in a dream match, taking on another team that has mastered the air, ground fighting, and has their own brand of swag that keeps opponents guessing at all times. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about the Street Profits. Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins have put together one hell of a run in WWE, and the perennial tag team champions are going to find themselves in an unfamiliar setting, taking on Haku and Tama in a best 2 out of 3 falls match. Anyone can sneak a win out, but Haku and Tama often competed in this type of match to fully demonstrate the superiority to their opponents. And you can bet that they're out to do the same thing to Angelo and Tez. So get out there and showcase the tag team mastery that the Islanders used to terrorize their opponents. Lift your party cups and take one last sip for the Street Profits. And don't worry, no one will hold you responsible for the damage you and the Islanders caused them, because I assure you, the Islanders can handle the smoke.
It is time for the Street Profits to get themselves some of the Islanders.
Well, with all due respect to the smoke and the party cups, but AD and Tez need to up their game. This could be Profits night, but it's not going to be easy. The Street Profits had better be ready for what's coming.
Tez and Dawkins have to be ready to deal with
The Islanders and Street Profits facing off here in a 2 out of 3 falls match. Two teams that mix high flying and hard hits with ease. This is going to be exciting.
The Islanders move at such speeds that you can't take your eyes off them for a second. The Street Profits have got to be at their best if they hope for a win tonight.
You can tell that Haku and Tama want to end the party for Dawkins and Ford. Luckily, they have the biggest party pooper in WWE in their corner in the form of the Weasel, Bobby Heenan.
So many accolades for Dawkins and Ford. Triple Crown Tag Team Champions, multiple WrestleMania wins. This win could be another major feather in their caps.
It could be, but for the Islanders, all of those accolades are motivation. Haku and Tama know they're the best tag team around, so they want to knock off the Profits and prove it. Then maybe they'll get the respect they rightfully deserve.
2 out of 3 falls matches are a unique test. Corey, break it down for us. What's going through the Profits' minds here?
Well, Tez and Dawkins cannot allow themselves to get frustrated, because if you lose your cool, you lose your focus, and you start to make mistakes.
There's a little more room for error in a multi-fall match, but not much when the competition level is this high.
Into a sit-out pile driver.
Look, I get that the Islanders are brutal, but when I look at Haku, I kind of see something royal about him.
Are you kidding me, Saxton? Haku's a big, mean dude who loves to brawl. Nothing about him says royalty.
Though Bobby Heenan does seem intent on taking the Islanders to the top of WWE, perhaps becoming king of the ring, is on that path. Haku is picking the opposition apart.
The Islanders putting a beating on the Street Profits. Oh, there may be no escape from this. Haku
With a tongue and death grip.
He got in there.
Good save.
boom. Whoa, drop kick all the way to the outside.
This could do it. He secures an early fall. Being placed in the corner here. Tag made, double team. Gonna send their opponent across the ring into the ropes, and
Here it comes. Big time impact. Muscled up with authority.
it's obvious Montez Ford is feeling the pain that has been dealt out so far.
Yeah, I don't know how much longer a good defense will even matter at this point.
Something that Tez and Dawkins need to watch out for tonight is the presence of Bobby the Weasel Heenan. He'll do anything for his clients.
Don't you dare disparage the brain, Saxton. Heenan is indeed a wise man who has quickly brought the Islanders up the ranks. They'll be tag champions in no time.
Taken down with a body slam. From the top.
Misses big time.
Oh, what a chop.
Right to the chest and then the throat. Wicked.
Eludes the attack.
A 2 out of 3 falls match is a different beast and a bit of a rarity in tag team competition. But one of these teams actually has a bit of a history with the stipulation.
Yeah, Cole, the Islanders have a history of success in multi-fall matches and in high-profile situations, no less. They competed in the main event of the first Royal Rumble event in this kind of match and won it in 2 straight falls.
He also won a 2 out of 3 falls match on Saturday night's main event. Bottom line, the Islanders are more than ready for this. Hopefully, the Street Profits are quick learners.
Thinking of going high risk here.
Oh, my God.
And there's possibly an example.
This is it.
Shoulders up before 2.
Not quite enough to put him away.
He puts him into the corner. A reversal. Well scouted.
Bang!
chop combination.
Across the forehead and right to the chest and then the throat. Wicked.
This is a big night for the Street Profits. Their party cups are filled to the brim tonight. I took a sniff of it, and it nearly knocked me out.
I've seen tap water knock you loopy, Saxton, but I know for a fact that the Profits have the strong stuff in hand tonight. In fact, I've heard the Islanders plan on taking a victory swig after this match.
They can definitely handle it, Corey. Tom and Haku have very strong heads.
Denied with an elbow.
Shot to the chest.
And he slides him back to the mat.
Propped up in the corner.
Uh-oh. Face first in the turnbuckle. The Street Profits having a bit of trouble here against the Islanders.
There's just something about the Anawahi family that Tez and Dawkins can't quite overcome.
Roman Reigns, Jacob Fatu, Tonga Loa, Tama Tonga, and of course the Usos. Every person with Bloodline affiliation has been a real problem for the Profits. Let's see if their fortunes change against the Islanders.
There's the tag.
Oh, what impact!
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
Dropping the elbow.
Oh my goodness.
Just punishing their opponent. I'm glad the Islanders are able to compete tonight. I was worried they'd have to serve another suspension.
Oh, what a phony charge that was. Heenan and the Islanders did an amazing job as dog sitters, and they got punished for it. Then again, the corrupt president who handed out that suspension also vacated the WWE Championship for no good reason.
Yeah, Corey, there's just too many things to correct you on.
Sky high!
Oh, took it high risk, but was off the mark.
Oh, what a clothesline.
Forcefully delivered. Focused attack on the body.
Up the rope he goes. Up high. Down with the elbow. And are you kidding me? He's going up again.
Up high. Splash. The Profits are down, and the Islanders are about to reap the rewards.
That's what they call me, the hot shot. Oh, he flips that around.
Into the pin.
Shoulders down. Second fall for the Islanders, and they beat the Profits.
Here are your winners, Tom and Haku, the Islanders.
What a matchup. The Islanders met the Street Profits at every turn, the air, and the ground. This loss is going to hurt Dawkins and Ford for a long time.
Look, we saw tremendous tag teams do what they do best, but only one could win.